Hello everyone and welcome to another real estate video. This is Javier Vidana, the real estate YouTube guy here in Phoenix, Arizona, helping you accomplish your home goals. So this video is in follow-up to our home buyer's guide or first steps of buying a home guide that I'm doing currently on the channel. If you haven't seen the first one, there's a link above where I really go into depth about the very first thing you should do before you even get to this point. But then again, you're your own person, so do whatever the heck you want. So welcome to another video. We make weekly real estate education videos here to help you accomplish your home goals. If this is the first video you're watching and you enjoy it, share it with someone that you think you might like, or rather that they might like the video. If you don't like it, then don't send them this video. And if you like the video, please subscribe and like and leave a comment. It all helps. So thank you guys. Now let's get to it. So if you watch the first video, I really break down about before you even do anything, how it's important to really establish who your realtor, who your lender is, having a meeting with them and really getting that going. Now I really want to emphasize this because I get a lot of people that just email me saying, hey, I'm ready to buy a house. Can you email me some houses? Now, I don't blame these people because maybe other realtors have started them up on that process. And overall, in my opinion, it's a very, not for the clients themselves, but for realtors, it's a very lazy way to start things. Yes, you can go talk to a realtor and say, hey, I'm interested. And sure, they can just start sending you houses, but that's leaving you kind of blind. So I really would just want to emphasize the importance of doing the first step, which is finding your realtor, finding your lender, meeting them in person, finding the right one, and once you figure out the right one, really getting those initial foundation steps done. The foundation of this whole entire experience you're gonna have is who you have on your side, who's on your team. And if you haven't found the right ones, or they haven't really started you off with the right tools, then you're not gonna have a good time. The right tools you need to have before you even go start looking for houses is you need to have a very thorough pre-qualification done. Now, I don't mean just, I've mentioned this in other videos, I don't mean just like a really quick pre-qual where they check your credit and say, hey, you're good to go. We're talking like documents submitted to the lender, we're talking statements, we're talking pay stubs submitted, whatever they request, you need to be submitting that to the lender before you do anything. The reason why is because they can get a rough idea of what you pre-qualify over the phone, but they won't really know until they actually have an underwriter review these items. So it's gonna take a little more time and it's kind of a pain in the butt, but you're gonna thank me later when you don't get that denial halfway through buying a house. Having that strong pre-qualification is gonna serve you so well, and more importantly, you're not gonna go in blind to a house. What I mean by this is if you go walk into a house, you know the purchase price, you're gonna have an idea of what your monthly payment is, what kind of loan you're gonna qualify for, what your down payment is, before you even go walk through the house, right? So you don't have to call the lender, you don't have to do any of that. You're gonna be well informed and you're gonna have an idea of where you're going, as opposed to just getting sent a list of houses and you're gonna go just start looking at houses and reviewing them without you even knowing what your monthly payment's gonna be, what your loan program's gonna be, if you even qualify. Like, I am a strong believer in this. Don't go look at a single house until you have the foundation steps done. If the foundation isn't strong, the house will crumble. Not only just the house you're gonna buy, but the process of you buying a house. But anywho, now what we're gonna talk about today is the showing part of it. So by this point, you've already met your realtor, you already met your lender, you've had a good consultation with them, so you know what the process of buying a house is, you know what your pre-approval is, and you're fully pre-approved. And this pre-approval is, once again, is not half-assed, it's an underwritten pre-approval. Then you're ready to go look for a house. Here are the first steps to take. First, you need to have a good conversation with your realtor on what you expect out of this process. Doesn't matter if you're an expert, you have an idea of how you like to be communicated with. If you want your realtor to be in touch with you every day to check in and say, hey, no houses to show today. Hey, there's 2 houses that came on the market today, here they are. If you want that daily check-in, then let them know, hey, I like a daily check-in. I would like for you to call me or text me or email me a daily check-in. If it's like, hey, every day doesn't matter, but every other day I would like to check in. Or if you're just like, hey, I would rather you just give me a portal where I can be looking at my own pleasure and I don't have to be checking in with you. Whatever your process is gonna be, let them know up front. A lot of friction is caused by not having that understanding. So once you've established that, you're gonna start receiving some houses. I recommend the first time you go look at houses, try to make it a little more than usual. I'm talking 3, 4, 5. I don't think over 10 houses, I think that's too much, but really pick out 5+ ish houses that seem solid on paper. This first initial showing is very crucial for anybody who really doesn't, even has an idea what they think they want, but not really, because they're gonna start narrowing down a lot of things. They're gonna start thinking, hey, maybe this square footage is not enough, or maybe, hey, maybe this neighborhood isn't what I thought it was, or maybe, hey, the 2 stories aren't as bad as we make it seem. If you do find your dream house the first time, well, congrats, you're in the very small minority. then talk to your realtor about the next steps are going to be. But like I said, that first search is just to kind of set the foundation, another foundation on top, another foundation of your home search parameters. After you've done this, you've adjusted your search parameters, you're going to be receiving houses or looking, or however you and your realtor decide to do things. You might find one or two that pop up on the market. And at this point, you're only going to be looking at houses that pop up that are new on the market, because you've already seen everything that's existing that look decent. So if anything new pops up on the market, at this point, I tell my clients, you have to let me know right away. It doesn't matter if it's a hot market, if it's not a hot market. If there's a house that pops up and you want to look at it because it seems like it's like kind of what you're looking for, go look at it right away. If it's right after work, if it's right before work, if you have to go look at it during your lunch break, there needs to be a very high sense of urgency to go look at these houses. The reason is you want to be one of the first people at the table. Once again, regardless of the market being hot or not, it really makes a huge impression to a potential or a seller who has a potential buyer that they schedule the showing right away. And not only that, but if you're the first one there on the table to look at it, to have a conversation with the listing agent, to even present an offer, it's already going to win little points in the seller's head. And yes, you could say that, oh, well, sellers will always consider all offers and numbers, but I can tell you a lot of times it is a very emotional thing for a seller to go through. They're selling the house, and having someone who seems very enthusiastic about their house is going to really help making them the decision of taking your offer. Now, even though you might be the first to go look at it, there might be other options that pop up, or you might get beat out with other offers. That's totally fine. You have to just keep going and keep growing. It's really important for you not to get emotional if your offer doesn't get accepted. It's nothing personal. Whatever your situation is, you shouldn't feel bad about. You have done your homework. You have done the pre-qualification. If you need closing costs, then you need closing costs. You're not going to put yourself in a position where you're going to be left with no money or have to borrow money to get closing costs. It's just what it is. So as you're looking and you think you find the right one, it's kind of exciting. Like, it's like electric almost. Like you're walking through it and you're like, this is it, this is it, this is it. And maybe you don't want to get too excited because you want to get your hopes up and so you get your heart broken if the offer gets denied. But here are my tips, right? So if you like the house, it seems like it's good, you're going to kind of start becoming an expert of your current market. Here's what I mean. If you're looking for a 4-bedroom under $250,000 in a certain city, as you're looking for more houses, as you've seen the dozen of them at least, you're going to have a good sense of what the prices are at, right? So if you're looking, you've seen your first 5, you've seen some more, you're kind of getting a sense of, okay, if this house has this, then it's this price. Or if this house has this, well, this one's way overpriced, right? So trust your gut. Yeah, you're the real estate agent's the expert or whatever, or they like to say they are at least, but you're gonna start becoming very proficient in these kind of houses. Sometimes we can get wrapped up in like, what do the Zestimate says? I don't wanna overpay for this house. I wanna make sure to get a good deal, which I have plenty of other videos about if you wanna watch that, getting a good deal myth. Try not to worry about any of that and just ask yourself, can I see my family living here? Do I like this house? Do I like the neighborhood? If the answers are yes, then what do you need to do to get the house? If your agent's telling you there's multiple offers on the table, or maybe the agent's telling you there's another offer and they're not asking for closing cost, or maybe the agent's saying, hey, well, there's no offers right now, but there's a lot of showings, will make the right offer that the situation dictates. So in conclusion, if A, the house, even with you offering more, is around the same price of other houses that you've seen that you've liked in that neighborhood, because once again, you're going to become kind of an expert of that area, that price point, that kind of house you're looking for. B, you like the house and you can see your family living there. And last but not least, 3, you qualify for the house, because if you're offering above your qualification amount, then don't do that, obviously. Then just make the offer. While other people are worrying about, oh man, I don't want to pay too much for it, let's lowball them, or hey, let's offer list price plus closing costs. While people are worrying about that, just make the best offer you can up front. I have plenty of other videos where I talk about negotiating. More importantly, if you have a realtor that's working with you and you trust, follow their lead. Whatever they think is the best course of action, and you agree or disagree with them, ultimately you have the final say so. So whatever the situation dictates, if it's a multiple offer situation or not, make the appropriate offer to put you in the best position to get the house. And that is all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. By watching this video and the previous video, I hope that you guys have a good solid foundation of what it truly means to make the first right steps of buying a house. So even if you haven't started yet, these 2 videos are going to help ease your mind a bit, hopefully, and just make you more prepared in general. If any of these videos have helped and liked you, I would really recommend you like and subscribe to the channel, or share it with a friend or family member who might be buying a house soon and just else might be too stressed out about it. So that's what it's all about, guys, is making sure that you don't let these fears get ahead of your dreams of buying a home. Because yes, it's scary to have a high mortgage, and it's scary to have a monthly payment, and sometimes you feel like you're being locked down. But in reality, it's one of the most liberating things to know that you own a piece of property, a piece of real estate, a piece of land, whatever it is, in this country, and it's yours and your family's and nobody else's. Thank you guys once again. I appreciate your time. Hope you have a wonderful day.